have a spill. Hey Taurus besties, and welcome to my channel, blahscrystalsale, Taurus Tarot. If you're new to my channel, Taurus, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't leave my channel without subscribing. Make sure to like this video, Taurus, if it does resonate with you in any type of way, and or comment down below. And let me know what you're thinking. Take the reading, Taurus, as it resonates with you. It will resonate differently for everyone. And Taurus, if you don't like my shit, get out my shit, okay? Any other information that I do not state as of now will be down below in the description box. Good mornings or good afternoon, because I forgot what time it is. I think the last time 12, I think it's like 12. Good afternoon, Taurus. Good afternoon. Natural, Chanel, Quanicia, Martha. Good afternoon. How are you guys doing? Hopefully my camera doesn't mess up, but if it does start to mess up, please let me know. So put the stop signs, okay? Because I'm only going to really look at the comments once I see stop signs. So if it starts to mess up too much, and don't mind my lips. I forgot what my chapstick was. I think it's in the house. Newfound, good afternoon. I missed somebody. Juanita, good afternoon. It's rainy there. Oh, thank you. I missed y'all too. I didn't know where I wanted to work at because almost everything is pissing me off, but I said I'm gonna try to do a reading from the car. Regina, good afternoon. Jay, good afternoon. I ain't got much space in here to do this reading, but we ain't got no other options. And if you see the mess in my car, mind your business, okay? Mind your business. I packed all my shit up and I bounced, which means I gave away like everything. So technically, I was talking to Kaleem and he didn't like the way that I was speaking. Actually, I was on the phone and he was in my business. I'm gonna get to your damn reading. Just give me a second to get my story time out. But he was in my business and Jay, good afternoon. Oh well, other Jay. I just don't want to fuck your name up. But he was in my business and I said, I was talking about something and I said technically I would sort of be homeless, but not really. You know, I'm kind of just waiting. And Kaleem was like, why would you say that? Why would you say that you're homeless? That's bad. You can't say that. Don't you tell me all the time you got to be careful what you put out into the universe? And I said, Kaleem, I'm not saying that I am, because we're not. I'm just saying technically right now, like if I wanted to get some food stamps or something, technically, because I haven't done something just yet, technically that's what it would be. Let's talk about it. Good afternoon. But he was basically, he didn't like it. I already made it. It's just not up my car yet. It will be by the end of the week. But right now, it's in the car. So this week, you're going to pretty much see the shit in the car. And then, I don't got no clothes on, so I had to go to Walmart. And I'm going to get to your reading for everyone else joining. It's just story time right now, because I got a lot to say. But I had to go to Walmart and get some night clothes and stuff, because my dumb ass forgot to pack a bag of clothes. So all my shit is, like, packed up. I can't get to it. So, I mean, I can get to it, but it's like on top of my car, and I left my step stool in the place, so I had to go buy a new step stool so I can reach the top of my car. So this is what we got pretty much right now. But I did go get some decks. So I got like this new Teen Witch deck or whatever, and then I got this Omega Land, and I had like 3 tarot decks that I left out purposely, but I don't know where they are. So we gonna see what comes up this week for you guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Motherfucker, get out of my car! Get out! See? Fucking doing the most. You're nosy. Get your nosy ass out of my damn shit. Oh, shit. Now I gotta unplug my car so it doesn't plug you back in. Fuck, and it's still turning on. Sorry. It was a fly. You know they nosy. Somebody brought their little nosy ass up in my motherfucking car. It might be junky, but I ain't got no space for you. I was excited to see Colleen. I really like these decks. I really like these. But let's see what's going on with you guys. And I know it's not even cold. I mean, it's cool, but it's not cold, so I'm just dressed like this because I haven't taken it off. But either way, let's see what's going on for you guys this week. Good afternoon for those coming in. If you want to kind of find out, I know I hopped around. I didn't finish any sentence whatsoever. But you want to find out what's going on, you can check out the beginning when I was talking. So either way, what's occurring this week for you guys, Taurus? I don't know how I'm going to do the shuffle, so I almost feel like I kind of got to... Spirit, Taurus. And please, now you know, if you got these cards flying, I'm not going to be able to find them. So please, be mindful. Just let it poke out and I'll grab it. What's occurring this week for Taurus, Spirit? Taurus. And I can't adjust my seat, so I'm hoping it falls on my lap. What's occurring this week for Taurus? Thank you so much. You got the 4 cups. I don't got none of my boxes anymore either because I couldn't fit all my tarot boxes in my car. So what I did was I dumped all my cards inside bags. So it fit in the front seat on the floor. I don't got any more boxes. Well, I sort of got boxes for some of the decks. I think I got decks in the back. They got boxes, but I ain't got no more boxes, so I gotta figure it out. What's occurring this week for Taurus, Spirit? You got the Devil. Now what the fuck is happening here? Because this a party. But this ain't that great of a party. This a party you should not be invited to. This is a party that nobody should be invited to. Not this week, Taurus. Don't get caught up this week now. Entertaining shit you shouldn't be entertaining. You got the will. You either want this to spin in your favor, but Spirit is saying, and now don't look at it too negatively, but there's a lot of things against you this week. Y'all, on a good afternoon. There's a lot of things against you this week. There's you saw how that fly flew up in this motherfucking car while I was sitting here doing your reading and stuff. You got a lot of people basically, I feel like, gunning after you. Fake friends, fake people, fake bosses, fake lovers, I don't fucking know, alright? You got a lot of people coming after you for what it is that you have, right? So I feel like you're coming into greatness. You may already see it. You may kind of feel it. You're coming into greatness, but you have a lot of people, places, or things, but people. A lot of people that's going to be trying to stop you. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Either way, you got a lot of people, I feel like, that's going to be trying to stop you this week. That's going to be trying to block you this week. And you may be like, well, that's any day. Okay, but no, I'm saying this week is going to be heavy on the, I don't want you to win. Okay, I don't want you to win. You got the Chariot. See how you taking off? Right? You being led, Spirit leading you right to where, okay, take it. Spirit leading you right to where you need to be. You got a lot of distractions that's going to try to come in. You got a lot of people that's basically going to try to come in and take from you. That's pretty much going to be coming in and try to hate on you. But really heavy on the I want to take from you. I want to take what is yours. I don't want you to have really any type of power. So what I feel like is look at it. People basically, like, look at the wheel. Like, look how she's on top of her. Like, that will be you. It's like trying to piggyback off of your success, right? I want to sit at your table. I want to sit at your table. You see all these motherfuckers and you over there doing all the hard work, stirring that motherfucking cauldron and stuff. I'm going to point it out for those that can't see it. Stirring the cauldron, and look at all these motherfuckers just sitting at your damn table while you doing all that damn work, right? You did the work. So I feel like you're gonna have people coming in that's gonna try to benefit off of your success, right? And you looking like, bitch, I can't take you with me, right? I don't got no room for you. I don't got no space for you. Damn, I'm fucking tired. You're draining me, right? I feel like trying to drain your energy from whatever success that you can potentially have. So you want to be mindful of the company that you're keeping or the company that's showing up, because you may not even be keeping the company. The company may just show the fuck up. You got to really question, why is this motherfucker here? Why are they showing up right now? What is about to happen for me that this is showing up, right? So what is about to happen for me that is good? Because I'm telling you, you got good things coming. You got good things that already arrived. Why is this happening to me, right? It may not be a person, maybe something that's just occurring. Why is this happening for me right now? I know I got good things coming. What's the meaning behind this? Like, I feel like you really got to pay it. Is that a bee? You really got to pay attention to who's showing up, and don't harbor on why the bad shit is trying to come out, because it's coming out because your success is already there. You're being guided directly where you need to be. You got the King of Cups. Because see, somebody's mixing up their own thing. Now, this doesn't have to be spell work, okay? But, I mean, you do got bitches out there that do be doing the spell work and stuff. So some of y'all could be having a bitch put some spell work on you or something, right? But either way, look at them. Look at them. Now, these are the same bitches that's sitting at the table with you, all right? Or that's trying to sit at the table with you. They're trying to blend in, and they're trying to act like they belong in your reality, but they do not. If you pay attention and you don't get caught up in the fact that you created a new reality, you'll be able to realize who does not belong, right? But, right, shapeshifters, if anything. Basically, these are the same people that's sitting at the table now or attempting to sit at the table. Shonda, good afternoon. Attempting to sit at the table with you, mixing up their own shit, right? Mixing up their own shit. This gives me people that are, how do I say it? Ooh, my ears. Hold on. This gives me people, damn, give it back. Piggyback off, literally, piggybacking off of you. And that's how it's going to be said, because if it's not, it's going to be said that way. Piggybacking off of you. Where the fuck is my chapstick? It's in the house. Piggybacking off of you. I wonder if this will work for my lips. Advanced therapy. I think it will. It says skin protectant. I be putting on my skin and stuff, but I never put on my lips. But I'm tired of licking. My lips probably gonna eat this fucking shit up. Anyway, but either way, this gives me people trying to piggyback off of you, right? Whatever it is that you're doing, there's something that they need from you, Taurus, at the end of the day. Tiffany, good afternoon, good mornings. You said it's cold. Shoot, hold on. There's something that they need from you, right? But I feel like this is people coming into your life, whether they're trying to be there long term or they're temporarily trying to peek into your life to see what it is that you got going on. And I feel like it's basically to one up you. To one up you. This is why Spirit is saying be careful of who you're surrounding yourself with this week, and who is trying to surround you this week. Why are they trying to surround you? Pay attention to the questions that people ask. That's why whenever like anybody gets a reading and I already know the answer. One, Spirit already said it, but the answer is already within your question. So it's almost like you're asking, should I do such and such? If you wanted to do it, you would do it, right? You don't have to ask it. So the answer is no, because if you wanted to do it, you would have done it. You're hoping for the no answer because, you know, you don't plan on doing it. Either way it goes, it's similar to that, basically. What Spirit is saying, pay attention. It's written already right there. There's nothing that's hidden from you this week. So somebody's motives, it's not hidden. You may sit there and ponder, am I tripping? No, you're not tripping, right? You may sit there and be like, is this bitch really doing this? Like, whatever comes to mind, believe it. You know, you don't have to react to it, right? Be mindful. Move in silence, right? Be prepared. Be one step ahead. It's like Spirit's giving you the knowledge, basically to stay one step ahead, 2 steps ahead, 10 steps ahead of whomever is coming into your life or already positioned right there where they should not be at. Good afternoon, y'all. So spirit's basically like, pay attention. Whatever thoughts are coming to mind, remember, everybody's clairvoyant. It's just some people's abilities are a lot further than other people's abilities. A lot of people don't oftentimes listen to when spirit is actually speaking because you can't tell which voice is which. You know damn well, if you asking yourself, if you have a thought and you're asking yourself, am I crazy? You asked yourself, am I crazy? And that thought was spirit, right? That thought was spirit, right? The thought is, this person's trying to fuck me over, right? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? You just asked yourself, am I crazy? That's why I said pay attention to how you receive it, right? I told you something. This bitch is trying to fuck you over. See, that's how you heard it. This bitch is trying to fuck you over. I forgot exactly the English term of how you would say that. Third person, second person, first person. I'm fucking out, okay? But then you ask yourself, am I crazy? I guess that's first person. Maybe that was second person. We're not going to get stuck on that because I'm going to get confused and we're going to be stuck there forever because I'm going to forget the message. But either way, pay attention. Basically, Spirit is saying, I'm giving you the 411 this week. When it comes to anyone trying to come into your life and collect whatever coins they're trying to collect from you, whatever knowledge they're trying to collect from you, whatever attention they're trying to collect from you, pay attention. Pay attention. You got the 8 of Pentacles. I'm looking at the cards because I really haven't looked at the cards. See, someone's trying to get you in trouble this week. Someone's trying to get you caught up in trouble. Miss a blessing. Miss a blessing. Miss a blessing. Someone's trying to get you to miss a blessing. Now, I want you to be careful because it's going to be presented in different ways for all of you. Each one of you are going to have this situation happen. It's just going to look different for everybody. But someone's trying to get you caught up in order to miss a blessing. And when you miss that blessing, you're going to get caught up in their life. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. Pull you back into their struggle. Pull you back into their life. So some of you guys may be gravitating to something old where Spirit is like, no, I'm trying to bring you to the new, right? I'm trying to push you to the new, but you're about to get caught up in somebody else's lifestyle. You're about to get caught up in somebody else's problems. And I don't want you to do that. This is why Spirit is saying, pay attention to who shows up. Pay attention to who reaches out. Pay attention to who is acting funny all of a sudden, right? They're not acting funny just for no reason. Now, why the fuck you gotta park here? Anyway, like I was fucking saying. Anyway, pay attention to it, right? Because I feel like somebody's trying to get you caught up into whatever it is that they got going on, but I feel like distract you because Spirit is pushing you somewhere else, and it's easy to get you to go back because moving to the future is scary, right? We don't know what's in the future. We only know what's happening now. Oh, I thought that was a bug. We only know what's happening now. So moving to the future and keep going where you can't even see, that's the scary part. So it's easy for us to get caught up in the now or caught up in the past or brought back to the past. So be mindful that somebody literally is going to try to like distract you and disconnect you from the purpose that Spirit is putting upon your life this week. And it's not just this week. We're talking about future. The purpose that Spirit is putting upon your life, you know, for the future. For the future you. I was talking to myself when I was sitting in this car a little earlier, and I said, self, stop being a scary bitch, okay? You got to do some work. And I know you scared for whatever fucking reason that you're scared of, but you got to do some fucking work. So I went to Best Buy and I got a little car mount thing, and I was like, you going to do some fucking work. You don't want to don't go back in the house because you're not going to do no work. So sit your ass in this fucking car and do some work, right? But I told myself, I said, you made it. You made it. Like, if I really look at my life, I made it. Past me was like, how am I going to get there? How am I going to make it there? How am I going to do this? I literally told y'all. What did I tell? One of y'all readings, I literally said, I got to move, but I don't know how I'm going to move just yet, right? But I said one day I'm going to be on the next reading and it's going to be like, I moved, right? And I moved. At first, I didn't know how the fuck I was going to do it. I winged the fuck out of this shit. I managed to do it. And here we are. We'll get comfortable sometime later next weekend, if anything. This weekend. But as right now, we're in the car. But either way, I was talking to myself and I said, you're not the same person, right? If you could talk to past you, what would you say? You would say, you know, you were worried for no reason. You was tripping. You could have did a whole bunch of other shit if you just got out your fucking head, right? If you stopped worrying about shit that wasn't important, right? And I feel like that's what Spirit's telling you. There's no reason to backtrack, because if you just tell yourself that the days are going to get better, you can keep moving forward. You will not backtrack. You will not get caught up into this person's BS, whatever energy they're trying to bring you into. Because what the fuck they want? Look at this. 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. What the fuck they want? You over here once again minding your motherfucking business, and they coming in looking at your shit. What? But you see that voodoo doll in their motherfucking hand, right? But it's not active. It's not active because they don't have the ingredients that they fucking need. You have it. You have it. You have a higher calling. You have a purpose. Whatever their purpose is not your business, okay? Whatever their higher calling is, they need to figure that fucking shit out on their own, because it's not yours. What's that? Ulanda, good evening. Mally, good afternoon. Sorry. Fuck, I don't know what fucking day it is. What time of day it is. You got the 5 of Pentacles. Now, don't this look like a different 5 of Pentacles than the other 5 of Pentacles? Because in the other 5 of Pentacles, they didn't have nobody. But you got somebody. And why would you have somebody in a card that should be lacking? That literally should be lacking. You shouldn't have a damn thing in this. Why the fuck is this person joining you in this 5 of Pentacles? Which means whoever is joining you has a lack mentality. Okay? They lack something. Which means what? That they want you to lack something too. Both of y'all together will not make it together. You will not be able to make it together. But if you're lacking something and you're trying to push forward and find yourself, right? Find your sense of direction, and they're lacking something and trying to latch onto you, you're never gonna get to where your purpose is. You're never gonna get to where you're calling, where Spirit is calling you at, right? You may be lacking something, but Spirit is saying you're not lacking everything. Your common sense is still there. Get the fuck away from this person. They're latching onto you. Once again, here we go, because you got it with the 5 of Pentacles. They're latching onto you, and you got places to go, and you cannot go because this person all of a sudden needs you, right? Or you feel like you need them. I need this job. I need this person. I need this. I need. Good afternoon. If I kept feeling like I need this apartment in Texas, then I wouldn't have left. I wouldn't have left. I kept saying to myself for the longest time, well, I need this. Where else am I going to go? Right? I never did anything more than this outside of this, right? I don't know what to do, right? The military was easy because they paid for everything, and I had the DFAC and I had the barracks. And then when I left there, I had baby daddy for a little bit, but not really. He didn't really do nothing. And then, which, by the way, let me tell you how that motherfucker decided to reach out to me the other day. And why the fuck he gonna ask me if he could borrow $50 until the 25th? Bitch, give me $50. Give me $50. But I ain't say nothing. He still was on red, pretty much. But I just want to throw that in there because that motherfucker decided he wanted to. Anyway, but either way it goes. You don't need nothing. You don't need nothing. But I feel like because there may come a time where the void is there and you may feel like nothing's happening, nothing's moving, you may decide to latch onto something that you do not need anymore. You can go without it. It's not going to hurt you. But because that lack is there, you're going to try to latch onto it. That motherfucker. Emily, good afternoon. Because you got all the tools that you need. You are the magician. But let's go ahead and see why this person literally is trying to latch onto you. You got the 9 of Pentacles. Because your days are about to get better. And you don't need them. You don't need them. You never did. You don't need it. You don't need them. And you never did. And they may be trying to latch onto you because, think about this. You may be calling them in because you feel like you need something. So the reason this person showed up may not be necessarily that they called you in, right? It may be because you called them in. You just may not be aware that you called in what you felt you needed. And so this person magically showed up like, hey, I'm here, right? Why did this person call me out of the blue? Because you're calling them back in, or you're calling them in. You got the 3 of Cups. Now, what the fuck this third person at? See, this gives me you under a spell, right? But the spell may not necessarily be the other person. The spell may be you being stuck in this reality. Nothing can get better, right? I'm right where I need to be. I don't know how to get out of this, so therefore, since I don't know how to get out of it, I'll just keep feeding this and feeding this and feeding this and feeding this. So I told y'all my examples of whatever I've been through and stuff. So if we talk about what is it? If we talk about the car, right? The car situation where I sat and paid that bitch for like a year and I still got it. Either way it goes. I kept, how do I say it? I could have kept feeding it, right? I could have kept paying it and paying it and paying it, but I decided not to feed it because in my mind, I didn't need to do that. I just left it up to spirit. I said, well, if they come pick this shit up, they come pick it up, but they can't pick it up if it's in my garage, right? So I'm not going to keep feeding it because I'm not going to feel like I need to keep paying something that's unnecessary. Spirit's going to work it out. How he going to work it out? I don't fucking know, okay? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. But it's going to be worked out. And it did get worked out. So I could have kept feeding it for a year and then, you know, lacking somewhere else. But I did not. I decided to let that go because it was going to burden me, right? It was going to keep burdening me. Burdening? I think that's the word. But it's going to keep burdening me. I think that's the word. By the way, I feel like you're feeding something. You're feeding something. Whether it's a lack of mentality, lack mentality, lack of emotions, right? You're feeding something. But it's negative to you. It's harmful to you. What are you feeding? Basically, at the end of the day. You got to ask yourself that. And literally pay attention. It's something that's unhealthy. It's something that you do not want to do. It's something that you do not want, but you keep entertaining it. You keep feeding it. So because you keep feeding it, Spirit keeps bringing it in. You keep calling it in. You keep attracting it from the universe. You keep saying, I don't want friends like this anymore. But you keep hanging around those same set of friends. And you may be like, well, I cut those friends off. But you end up attracting another friend just like it. And you hang around them. Because they're new, but they're not new. Their energy isn't new. Right? They may be a new being, a new person, but their energy isn't new. So you keep feeding it. Or you may keep saying, well, I don't want a job like this, but you keep feeding it. I'm spitting. Mind your business if you can see it. You keep feeding it. So I feel like the reason why this person is able to do what they're trying to do to you, and they may actually succeed with doing it for a few of y'all, right, is because you're feeding it. Whatever you do not want, Spirit says, cut out what no longer serves you. Don't be afraid to lose it. You got to be able to take a leap. When I hopped my ass in this car, I was leaping like a bitch, right? I was leaping like a bitch. When I tell y'all I had nothing set up. I had nothing set up. I was on a prayer, right? I kid you not. And pay attention to my damn story time. It's important. I applied for apartment complex. I don't know. When I came to, sign Khalim up for school, I looked at 2 apartments. I didn't like one of them because it was dirty and stuff. And I didn't like the fact that they showed me a dirty-ass apartment. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, you could have just told me no. So that was already my sign that this ain't the one. Then I found another one, and I was like, this is perfect, right? But I didn't apply right then and there because I was waiting. But either way, so I ended up applying for it. I got approved, and then I got denied. I said, damn. I didn't get denied for credit though, so that was a good thing. I said, look, we moving up. But why the fuck I get denied? So I'm calling them and they're like, you know, you made 700 less than the asking price, right? Now this is for a 1 bedroom, right? Because I figured, well, why would I get a 2 bedroom? Let me just do a 1 bedroom. Because that's what I did when I moved to Texas. Either way, even though I've grown, but I was applying for 1 bedroom and they were like, you made 700 less than you need to like qualify for this apartment. And they were like, do you have any other proof of income? And so I was like, well, I got like 10% disability, so I can send that. So I sent that information. And give me a second because I gotta remember. And then they were like, okay, we'll take that in consideration. And then they called me back and they said, no, that's not enough. And I was like, damn, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? And then they told me what was happening. And they said, your taxes says such and such. And I'm like, what do you mean my taxes say such and such? And so I go back through my taxes, and then I have an accountant, another accountant, like a friend that I know, look at my taxes, and they like, girl, you ain't never gonna qualify for anything. I'm like, what are you talking about? I know how much money I make. I don't understand why I'm not qualifying. And they said, it says that you made $12,000 last year. I said, no wonder my apartment complex gave me a hard time when I was trying to upgrade. I didn't know how to do my taxes. I didn't read them bitches. I just did it, right? And the amount of money that I got back, I thought it was a tax write-off for my child or something, a child credit or something. I didn't think anything of it, right? But he was like, you're not going to get approved with this. And I was like, damn, what am I going to do, right? I could have said it's the end of the fucking world and been like, well, fuck it. I'm not supposed to get it. But I was like, I'm not going back the same way that I left that bitch, right? Now, I'm in Virginia, FYI. I came back. But either way it goes, I'm not coming back to Virginia the same way I left that bitch. I'm not moving back in with my aunt. That's not going to happen. I'm going to end up figuring this fucking shit out. Because the Lord knows, the universe knows, Spirit knows, and everybody else on this motherfucking channel knows exactly what I endured. Well, not everybody knows. Exactly what I endured in my reasoning for leaving the state of Virginia with my child, right? I'm not coming back to get caught up in the same situation. Stay with me. It's still a part of your reading, okay? That's why it's being brought up now, and everybody else may not find this out until later when it resonates for them. But either way, hold on, don't lose me, because I'm losing myself. Just give me a second. I got to put the pieces together. So I was like, I don't know exactly what the fuck I'm going to do. So I'm just trying to find all my tax records, my 1099s, and I'm emailing and emailing and emailing. And I emailed the ones from 2021 because I'm like, I can't show the 2022 because I don't even fucking know, right? So I qualified for 2021, but they're like, well, we need 2022. Damn, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? So honestly, I cried so hard, y'all. It's not even funny. I was boohoo crying. And I deal with depression, like a lot of you guys know. I deal with depression a lot. So my thoughts went to the unhealthy thoughts, right? And I was like, I really don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. But my friend kept saying, girl, keep moving how you were moving before. Keep going, right? Keep packing that fucking house up and get your ass the fuck where you need to get to. And so I kept packing it up, and then I drove here, and then I went to go visit them, like, right? I was supposed to get here, like, let's say 8 o'clock at night. I didn't get there until the next morning, 9 o'clock. And then I sat in the parking lot, and I waited for them to open up. Apparently, they opened at 9, not 10, so I waited for no reason. But either way, I went in that bitch, right? And I was like, we're going to sit here, and we're going to figure out how the fuck we're going to do it, right? But stay with me, don't lose me. So I ended up going to go look at the apartments again. And I went into the 1 bedrooms, but I hated the 1 bedrooms. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And then I went into another 1 bedroom, and I was like, I don't fucking like it. And one of the 1 bedrooms that they had left was a handicap accessible unit. I'm not moving in that bitch. I don't want that fucking shit. I have a what's that thing called? A shower chair in my shower. The counters are low, even though I don't be doing no cooking or nothing. But I don't like it. I don't want this. And then he starts talking about something, and I'm like, well, let's go look at this one. And so we go in there, and I fall in love with it. It's the same one I fell in love with the last time, but it wasn't registering in my brain that this is not the one that you think it is. But it was a 2 bedroom. And I fell in love with it, and now I can't fall out of love with it. I can't fall out of love with it. So we end up leaving out of that, and he was like, I can tell you like this one because you keep talking. He said you didn't talk in the other ones. You went in there, you said, you stared, and you didn't say anything. You said, pretty much the whole time in both apartments that we went to. This one you opened up, right? And then he was like, and let me tell you another thing how I know that that those apartments wasn't for you, because he's also into the metaphysical, manifesting, and everything else. So spirit brought me him for a reason. But either way, he said Starlight didn't like those other two because she led you to the door quickly every time. And I didn't realize that until he told me. And I'm like, yeah, we went in, I looked at it, and Starlight pulled me to the door. And he said, this one, she hasn't moved. She hasn't pulled you to the door. She hasn't moved. She's just here. She's just present. And I was like, damn, you right. So either way, so now we go back to the office, and I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I'm going to prove my income. So I call Cashapp. Cashapp keeps hanging the fuck up on me, but they keep calling back. And they send me this long thing of my receipts from Cashapp, and I'm like, they're not about to calculate this. I'm like, Spirit, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? And so I asked the man about a 1099, and he doesn't know what the fuck a 1099 is. And I'm on the phone like, how the fuck do you not know what a 1099 is? And then Starlight's leash ends up breaking, and I didn't realize it broke until I went down to look at her, and I said, where the fuck is she at? And she vanished. So I'm searching through the office for her ass. But either way, it was a lot going on that day. It really was. Anyway, so then Cashapp hangs up on me, and he don't call me back this time. So I said, fuck, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So then he's like, you don't have any 1099s from 2022? And I'm like, did you get my PayPal one? And he's like, no, we never got that. So I'm going through my phone trying to figure out where the fuck I'm going to get my, he ain't know what the fuck it was. I'm going through my phone trying to figure out what the PayPal one is, how the fuck I found it last time. I find it, I email him it. He's like, well, let me see what this is going to do. So he goes back to the back office to talk to whoever the fuck he was talking to. He comes back, y'all, and he tells me I got approved. I wanted to cry so hard, it wasn't even funny, but I couldn't because my third eye was throbbing. It was throbbing so fucking bad. When I pulled up to the neighborhood, my third eye started to go off. I didn't know why, but it did. And then when I got into the apartment that I actually liked, it started going off again. And then when I was sitting there with him, when he came back to give me the news, it was throbbing again, right? But in my mind, I'm like, okay, we got approved, but can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? And I was like, I don't want to do readings because I'm worried that I won't be able to do it. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, I won't be able to do it if I don't do the readings, right? If you don't do it, bitch, you ain't never going to be able to do it. So you either can keep sitting there in fear, or you can actually go out and do it. So I say all that to say, basically, in a nutshell, if you keep feeding what you do not want, you are going to get exactly what you do not want. I could have kept feeding the fact that I felt like I wasn't going to get the apartment, and I would not have gotten it. I could have kept feeding the fact that Cashapp kept fucking hanging up on me, and I wasn't able to get a 1099 from them. Because they gave me one for 2020, 2021, but I didn't have one for 2022. Where the fuck is it at? Right? And I didn't have those 1099s for 2020, 2021. So I don't even know how the fuck they even popped up, because I didn't have them. I didn't have one for them then when I needed it too. But either way it goes, I could have kept feeding that. And Spirit is saying to you, if you keep feeding that fear, if you keep feeding that I need this person, I need this job, I need this whatever that you do not need, Spirit is saying you're only going to keep getting more and more of it. If you look at the difference in my story of when I was feeding what I didn't want, that's exactly what I kept getting. Okay, I kept getting the rejections, I kept getting the no, right? But once I started to feed something that I actually wanted, and I started to really believe that, you know, and know and claim that it was actually mine, then I got it. I didn't know what direction I was going to go in. I didn't even know how the fuck I was going to get here. I didn't even know how the fuck I was going to do whatever the fuck I was going to do. I left my beds behind, so we don't got a bed. I threw out all my dishes, my pots and pans. I threw out a lot of shit. And I didn't want to drag the U-Haul, so Whatever you see in this motherfucking car is what's in this car. Whatever you can't see. But whatever can fit in here is what's in here. And basically, Spirit is saying this week, you really got to be careful about what it is that you're feeding. You can't just feed anything. So if you already know in your mind you do not want it, feed something else. Feed something else. So go do what you enjoy. Go in the direction of what it is that you actually want. You may not know how you're going to do it. You may not know when it's going to happen for you, but you need to start feeding something else. Like Kaleem told me last night or night before, one of these motherfucking nights. He said, why would you keep saying that you're homeless? You always tell me, be careful what you put out into the universe. So why would you keep saying that? Either way it goes, let's move on. Let's see what else. Why are they trying to come in? And he was ear hustling like a bitch because it wasn't his conversation. But I needed that message. So when y'all see me move in, y'all see an empty ass apartment, mind your business. You got the Chariot, which was at the bottom of the deck at one point. So once again, excuse me, you're headed in a direction. You may not be able to see what direction you're headed in, but birds are messengers, right? Birds are messengers. Spirit is guiding you. Spirit is telling you exactly where to go, exactly what to do. But our fear stops us, and it allows us to keep feeding shit that's unnecessary. You don't need what you think you need. And there's a reason why things are happening the way that they're happening. Why you may be losing something, why you just can't get that door to open the fuck up. Stop pushing on it. Stop pushing on it. I'm getting congested. Sorry. Stop pushing on it. Stop trying to open it up. Stop trying to open it up. Where the fuck are my earrings at? They're probably in the trash. Damn it. Anyway, sorry. But, damn it. Stop. Anyway, stop pushing on that door. Okay, leave that motherfucking door alone. There's a reason why it has not opened. There's a reason. You can get that bitch to open. You can get that bitch to open. If you keep pushing on it, you can get it to open. But if it did not open with ease, stop trying to push it open, right? If we look at the apartment, I didn't have to push it open. I just had to do what needed to be done, right? Universally, or whatever, spiritually, it already worked out. I just physically needed to show up and show proof of what I needed, right? Spirit was just like, get there. And I said to myself, I know exactly why I didn't get approved, right? It wasn't about the income. It wasn't about the credit score. Spirit needed me to show up with less than what I was going to try to bring. I was meant to leave the beds behind. I was meant to leave every TV that I had behind, right? I wasn't meant to bring anything else besides what's in this car, what it is that I needed, what was essential to me. I was meant to start over, right? But if I had got approved before I left Texas, I would have brought everything else with me. I would have bought the beds, I would have bought the TV, which means it would have took me a lot longer to move out, right? I would have got that U-Haul and started dragging it down the motherfucking street and everything. Literally. But you know how I knew I was meant to be here? And don't lose me, but stay with me. My back tire kept going, it kept going flat. Not flat, but flat. Like the air kept going, the pressure kept going down for about all year. Basically, the air would go down and then I would just fill it back up. I bought an air pumper so I could keep it in my car, and I would pump the air up, and then it would last me like 2 weeks, and then I wouldn't have to pump it up anymore. And then it would, every 2 weeks I'd be pumping it up. And then recently, before my move, right before I was supposed to take this trip, and stay with me, before I was supposed to take this trip, it was every 2 days I had to pump it up, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I would get up, and it's like twice in one day that I got to pump it up. And I'm like, damn. And it was literally a week before I was supposed to dip out, or a couple days before I was supposed to dip out. Like, I think 4 or 5 days before I was supposed to leave. My tire started doing it twice in one day. And I said, fuck it. You know what? I'm going to go get it changed. I didn't even know I was going to leave in 4 to 5 days. I didn't know that. I was giving myself more time. And I went to go get it, you know, done. And I was like, I don't know when I'm leaving or whatever, but I know I'm leaving. And it's like Spirit helped me out all this time, right? They delayed me all this time. Until they were like, bitch, you're not about to get on this road and travel like that. We about to put this shit out. Okay? We about to give you just enough air to make it to go get your tire changed. Right? That's it. That's all we giving you. You need to go get this tire changed because I'm not letting you get on this highway like this. And that let me know, that was my indication right there, that what I wanted was already mine. It was already mine. That let me know that I was going exactly where I wanted to go, right? And when I get there, I know it's going to... The reason why I pushed for the apartment, because it was easy. I already knew it was mine. I didn't know how I was going to get it necessarily, but I knew it was mine, right? So Spirit is saying, do not push on those doors that are hard to get through. The ones where you got to do so much fucking work to get it. The ones that stress you out so much. And the door you can already be through the door, right? You can already be through that door. But Spirit is saying, do not open a door that is too hard to push through. And do not continue to sit in an open door that you should not be in anymore. Learn to get your ass the fuck out and close it. Close it behind you, okay? Close it behind you. Sorry. Let's move on. How long have you been on this? I was not expecting to do this long. But I'm glad y'all joined me. You got the hangman here. Spirit trying to wake you up. Okay? What you doing? What you doing? Just sitting there. Hanging there. Spirit said you already got the message. You already received the message. Some of you guys, take you, have literally heard whatever message is coming up in this many times. And you still sitting there. You still hanging there. You still trying to ask Spirit, well, what direction do you want me to go in? What do you want me to do? Well, when am I supposed to do it? How am I supposed to do it? Right? You still standing there. Still hanging there, waiting for Spirit to show you a clear sign that this is what you're supposed to do. The clear sign is the fact that you want to do it. The one you want to do, not the one that you're trying to go against, not the one that you're trying to be like, oh, I don't really want to do this, but I feel like I have to do it. No. The clear sign is the one that you want to do. You already got the message. You already got the message. You just got to go in that direction. And you don't need nobody. You don't need nobody's confirmation to tell you this is it. You already got the confirmation when you decided, I want to do this. That is your confirmation. But that fear, once again, will sit you right there and be like, yeah, I want to do this, but how am I supposed to do this? When I look back on my life, I'm like, I could have been moved. I could have been moved. I could have made the choice months ago when my lease first ended. But instead, I extended it. I extended it by 4 months. Then I extended it going month to month. Because I didn't know when I was going to move. I knew I wanted to. But I didn't know when. I didn't know where. I didn't know how. But I knew. I always knew. I always knew. It was just part of me, my pride, was like, bitch, you're not going back there. We're not doing that shit again. But I had to realize you're not going back the same. You're not the same person, right? And you're stressed here. Close this fucking door. You're stressed. You don't like it. I feel at peace. I feel at peace. I feel at peace right now. Have y'all ever seen me do a card fucking reading? No. No. I'd try to do it in the house if I had to. Right? But Spirit kicked me out the house today because they just kept pissing me off because Starlight ass kept pooping every fucking 2 seconds. So I had to get a break. I had to breathe. And then I said, I'm going to go get this car mount. And here we are. And y'all, I don't think I have ever done a car reading. Literally. Ever. But that's how at peace I am. I got to use the bathroom now, though. So I'm not really at peace with that. But that's how at peace I am. And I feel like I'm right where I need to be. I can fucking breathe. I can breathe. Where before, I could not breathe. I couldn't breathe. Spirit's saying you already got the answer. You already got the confirmation. And you got it a long time ago. You just keep waiting. Or trying to change your mind. Waiting for Spirit to say, well, this isn't the direction we want you to go in. Okay? Waiting. Waiting for a Spirit's approval when it's already approved. If it wasn't approved, you think they would have let that thought come through? No. They would have stopped it. You would have never had that dream whatsoever. I had a dream last night, and I don't know how this is going to work out, but I had 2 readers reading for me. And I always said I wanted to either open my own shop of readers or have readers, you know, work for me online or something, right? I always said that. But that dream died when I moved. It came back last night because I'm here. This is exactly where I had that dream at. This is where I started tarot. This is where I used to be excited about tarot. It came back again, right? I forgot my point to that. Yep, I forgot my point. See how motherfucker resonate. You have the 5 of Wands. Nikki, good afternoon. Feed that beast inside of you. Feed the beast inside of you. Stop feeding. Hold on, because these cards trying to fall. Stop feeding what you do not want. Okay? Look at that bitch. Stop feeding what you do not want and stop allowing people to feed you with shit that you do not want and you do not believe in. You know it's not for you, right? And start feeding that beast inside of you. The one that's hungry. The one that really wants it. Start feeding that. And it's going to move you faster. It's going to move you exactly where you want to be. Exactly where you want to be. Exactly where you want to be. And once again, you can use me as an example because I can only use myself, like I always say, as an example. Because I can't talk about nobody else's business unless they're part of my story time. But I don't be name dropping, but still. I had to feed the beast. I had to feed the beast. Bitch, you want stuff. And if you want stuff, you got to stop sitting here. You got to stop complaining. You got to stop crying over spilt milk. You got to stop telling yourself you can't have it, knowing damn well you can fucking have it. Right? You got to let these bitches go. If any of these motherfuckers was paying bills, then you might have a reason to stay. But ain't nan one of them paying bills. Not enough. So you got to dip. Right? You got to dip. So, you know, there's one person that basically, all of a sudden now, it's like when I left. No, fuck when I left. When I left Texas, now, you know, this happened one too many times. It's starting to piss me off. Motherfuckers don't ever want a relationship, but all of a sudden you want a fucking relationship. When I dip up out of there, kiss my motherfucking ass, okay? I didn't want one then anyway. But kiss my motherfucking ass. You're not going to tell me you want something because now I'm leaving. I'm not feeding that. I'm not going to feed into that because I'm going to end up staying because you want me to stay. And the whole time I need to feed the fact that I want to leave. The fact that I need to leave, right? Stop feeding it. You got the Queen of Wands. Now look at this. Spin your own motherfucking wheel. You saw that Wheel of Fortune when, damn it. We got 20% because my phone was acting stupid. I need to get a new phone charger. I swear I feel like I'm so hood. But anyway, you need to start spinning your own fucking wheel, is what Spirit is saying. Spin your own dreams. Damn it, your own dreams. Everybody can't go with you. Everybody else shouldn't be a part of it. Not everybody should not be a part of your dreams. Nobody should be a part of your dreams. You need to be spinning your own wheel. Okay, your own wheel. Hold on. But please don't fall, because I ain't never gonna get you. It's not a team party, right? So even when it comes to Kaleem, yes, is my baby. Yes, I love him. Yes, I'm supporting him. But he's not a part of my dream. He's not a part of my dream. My dream is my dream, right? I'm the only person that can make my dream actually happen. Kaleem can't do it. So I got to spin my own wheel. I got to make it happen. right? At the end of the day, if I don't do anything, he don't eat. At the end of the day, if I don't make any money, he don't get no clothes. He don't got nothing. Because I got to spend that. So if I don't live my dreams, nobody's going to be happy. If I don't live my dreams, I don't join the reality that I want to live, right? Last night, or this morning, or whatever the fuck day I was watching this fucking shit, I think it was last night, this lady has said, excuse me, it was on TikTok, so it probably was last night. This lady has said, this man wanted to marry her and have kids. He said, you're going to be my wife and have my babies or whatever. And she said, I'm not doing that until I have $1 million liquid or something. And I didn't really know that was a thing. But liquid in my bank account or whatever. And she said there's one thing to make $1 million, but there's another thing to have $1 million, right? And I didn't think about that. All this time that I was manifesting like, I want to make 6 figures, right? I want to make 100,000. I never really pushed past the 100,000. I want to make 100,000. That's what I would just say. I want to make 100,000. And then it would just happen. It would just happen. And I was like, damn, that's good. But where that money go to? Where that money go to? And I didn't think about it where literally making it and having it, 2 different things. So it's like the way that I wanted to manifest it was I want the 100,000. Fuck making it. Okay, but if I want the 100,000, that means I need to make more than 100,000 in order to have the 100,000, because you still got to equate into or count into the fact that whatever the fucking word is, bills, and you still need to run your business, so the money's still gonna go out, so you don't have exactly what it is that you want. So I liked how she put that together because I needed that message, because I'm like, ooh, I gotta go back to the drawing board when it comes to my manifestations, because I've been asking wrong. I've been receiving exactly how I've been putting out. I've been receiving exactly what I was manifesting, but it wasn't exactly what my mind actually wanted. But because I hadn't heard it before, or I haven't really thought about it necessarily the way I needed to, I couldn't manifest properly. But now that I know it, oh, my ears, I can now do it. So it's like Spirit saying, you don't need nobody to, excuse me, sorry, approve it. Yes, not to mention what they take out on taxes. Not to mention what they take out on taxes. Literally. Or half them damn taxes that you be paying in the motherfucking stores and stuff. And then these motherfuckers with their little tip shit that they got going on. Hold on, let me check my time. Hold on. Okay, I wanted to check my battery. I'm at 19%. But either way it goes. So it's one of those things of where you want what you want, but you may have to go back to the drawing board, which may be why the fear is there as well, right? The fear with the apartment, I had fear of the 1 bedroom, but it wasn't the fact that I couldn't get the 1 bedroom, right? You know what the fear is? The fact that where the fuck is my son going to be sleeping? He's getting older. I don't want him in the room with me. Okay, I don't want that, right? The fear wasn't the fact that I wasn't going to get approved. The fear was I don't want that. I don't want it. So if I don't want the 1 bedroom, what's going to happen? I'm not going to align with it. So I'm going to start to do any and everything to go against getting it, because it's not what I desire. It's not what I want. So since I don't want it, I'm not going to do anything for it, right? Or I'm going to do the bare minimum for it. Just like the last apartment. I know I'm grateful for it. Like I'm grateful for the fact of each apartment that I've had, right? I'm very grateful for it. But I didn't like it. I thought I liked it. I thought I wanted it. But after a while, I was ready to go. MRC, good afternoon. I was ready to go. I didn't want to be there anymore. So I wasn't aligned to it. So I wasn't doing as much work. I wasn't doing enough videos. I wasn't going live really because I didn't want to be there. I wasn't in alignment with it. So because I was no longer manifesting this and I was manifesting something else, but I wasn't going towards what I was manifesting, and I was just sitting in what I did not want, I couldn't get what it is that whatever the fuck I was just saying. I couldn't get what it is that I needed. I think that's what I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm fucking out. I done forgot what the fuck I was saying. But either way it goes, Spirit's telling you, you need to spin the wheel in your motherfucking favor. The way you want it to spin. How you want your life to go. And stop aligning yourself with shit that goes against what it is that you want. You don't want it. You don't want it. You don't have to have it. You don't have to get it. Somebody else's story is not your story. Somebody else's dream is not your dream, right? So yeah, she may say the girl on TikTok or whatever, the fuck she wish she was, or that podcast or whatever, might be like, well, my husband said, when we first met that I was gonna be his wife and the children and whatever, whatever. My whole thing is, well, my husband ain't say that. Okay, my future husband ain't say that. So now I gotta say it for myself. We may share similar dreams, right? Where I want to see $1 million liquid too, but I may start off with I want to see 500,000 liquid, right? Because maybe my mind can't process $1 million right now, so I can't share that same dream. So yeah, okay, I can look at it and be like, well, she manifested $1 million. I can manifest $1 million, but her dream may not be my dream. She aligned to that because she originally had that. I may not align to that so quickly, so therefore the fear is going to set in. How am I going to make $1 million liquid? Okay? Because think about it. Once again, if she's making $1 million liquid, she's making more. She's making more than $1 million. Making more because how's she going to hold on to that? Right? So your dreams are going to be different than anybody else's. Even another fellow Taurus, right? Because you got high vibrational Tauruses and you got low vibrational Tauruses. And I can't fuck with y'all low vibrational motherfuckers, okay? Y'all be getting my motherfucking nerves. Be about ready to have that whole fucking crabby ass Cancer come out clawing like a bitch. Oh, yes, indeed. But either way it goes. I gotta be self-aware. Because that motherfucker who tried to trap me last time. But either way, your dreams are different. And that's why I said, even when it comes to Kaleem, you come to your children or whatnot, your mama, your daddy, whomever, your dreams and their dreams are not the same thing. Not the same thing. Your dream is your dream, and it's going to support whatever it is that you got going on, whatever family members that you got going on. But do not give up on your dreams. And some of you guys, like I said, you're not receiving your manifestations because you have to rework what you're asking for. You're getting exactly what you're asking for, because if you have not hit the reality that you want, that you desire, think about how you're asking for it. And is what you asking for, and are what you asking for, and is what you asking for, make it make sense, exactly what you want? Is it exactly what you want? Or are you wanting it because somebody else wants you to have it? I said once before I wanted to be a doctor, right? I still do kind of want to be a doctor, but I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure exactly. But the reason why I haven't finished it is because my mama wanted me to be a doctor. My mom wanted me to be a doctor. I said a lot of times the reason why jobs haven't worked out is because a lot of people will be like, well, you need to go get a job. You need to go get a job. Lachey, good afternoon. You need to go get a job. So then I would go get a job and I would quit that job because it's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. You told me I need to go get a job. I got a job. I didn't like that job. I quit that job. I didn't want it. If I wanted it, I would have been there. I would have been happy. I would have made so much money. I would have got a raise. I would have got promoted. I didn't want that. Right? Some of you guys are working on things that's unnecessary because whose dream are you living? Who wants you to get that car? Who wants you to get that house? Who wants you to get, that job? Who are you trying to prove yourself to, right? A lot of the things that I have done, and one of the reasons why I was holding on to Texas so long too, was because I was trying to prove myself. I can do it. You bitches told me that I couldn't fucking do it, but I could fucking do it. One of the reasons why I lasted so long in that bum-ass motherfucking relationship is because people told me that I couldn't make it. I shouldn't be there, and so therefore I did it. Suffering. Because they told me that I couldn't do it. I wasn't even happy. It wasn't even my dream, right? Texas was cool, but not that long. But I didn't need people telling me that, oh, you only came back because you couldn't survive. I didn't want to come back the same way. And I didn't know if I could make it because I never allowed myself to know if I could make it, right? So it goes into whose dream are you living, and or who are you trying to prove yourself to? Because if it's not to you, then you are out of alignment, and that's the reason why your manifestation is not coming through, okay? Now, let's see what else the fuck comes in. Because look at this. Look at this. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Now, look at that. When I say the birds is your messengers, and I think that's the owl. And you know, that's wisdom and stuff. You guys have learned a lot. You learned a lot. You know who you are. At the end of the day, you know what you want. You're the only motherfucker sitting on that rock receiving that message. You're the only person that's going to ever receive the message that you're receiving now, the way that you are receiving this message. I don't give a fuck who you send this video to. You may have another fellow Taurus and be like, oh, they need to watch this, you know? And they're never going to be able to understand it the same way that you're taking your understanding, right? Your own understanding, interpretation, or whatever, right? When it comes down to love readings, I know a lot of you guys like to do this. You know, you like to send a love reading to your significant other because you want to get them to hear a point. They're never going to hear it. They're never going to hear it. You know why they're never going to hear it? Because that message is not for them, right? Whatever you heard was for you. When they listen to it, they're going to hear something totally different. So you sent it to them so they could, you know, ask you to marry them or something, right? Or they could get right. And what they heard was, you need to get off your ass, okay? You need to stop requesting so much from them. That's what they heard. You heard something, they heard something. Your message is your message, their message is their message. Your dream is your dream, their dream is their dream. It's never going to add up. But some of you guys need to go back to that drawing board so you can stop fucking hanging there and literally ask yourself, do I really want what the fuck I have now? Do I really want... Yeah, because fuck, I don't know why the fuck you parked there in the first place. Shit, all these motherfucking park spaces. Do I really want, you know, what I'm going after? Right? If it doesn't come with ease, do I even really want this? Why did I want this in the first place? Why did I want this? Now, I'm not saying, like, you know, to be a doctor, school's going to be quite a few forever. But people really want to be doctors. Like, that is their dream. It doesn't bother them the long hours. It doesn't bother them the years of schooling, right? But if it bothers you, are you really in alignment with your purpose? Or is that something that you want to do? Are you coming from a past life, right? And maybe in your past life, you was a doctor. But this lifetime, you're not meant to be one. What are you in alignment with, right? What are you in alignment with? I want to use this other deck. I know we don't got long before my phone decides to die, but we gonna get there. And I'm gonna try to charge my phone and do Leo before Kalim gets out of school. What time is it? Eastern time. Let's get Spirit's message and wrap this up. You got the Three of Cups. You have Strength. This ain't a shared experience. 2 p.m. It'll be 1 Central Time. Okay. Thank you. I may have to do Leo a little later. But either way, this isn't a shared experience, is what Spirit's saying to you. This week is not a shared experience, right? Everybody won't be happy for you. Whatever comes about this week, everybody will not be happy for you. You're going to have to tie up some loose ends this week. You have to tie up some loose ends. And understand that you're building a better future for yourself. You have the Two of Cups and you have the Eight of Coins. You got money there. You got money there, right? To support wherever it is that you're going. Literally. You need, whomever you need will be there, right? Whomever you need will be there. Once again, and I told my story for a reason. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you how. What you need will be there. Remember when I first moved to Texas and I told the brief story? It was actually long, but I'm gonna tell the brief story. When I first moved to Texas, I said the lady in the office helped me get those apartments. I didn't know how I was gonna get it. I didn't know if I was gonna get it, but she worked with me, and she got me the apartment. Right? Sorry, I need to bite my lips. I know you can probably see them peeling. Sorry. She helped me get the apartment. But when I went back there, she was no longer working there. She wasn't there. I don't know what the fuck they moved her to, but she was no longer there. Whether she quit or not, I don't fucking know. Now, do you remember that reading I just recently did, the last one that I did on this channel, when I said I don't know why I was called to do this reading, but I did it? That night, I was asking Spirit, when I was sitting in the car once again, for a message, and I said, I don't know what you want from me, or whatever. And I went on TikTok, and the first message that popped up was Daniel 1-10 from the Bible. And it was talking about Daniel being delayed and whatever else it is, right? I never read it. I never read it. And I never read it. And sorry, I got distracted. Jesus, I just need a break, okay? I just need a break. Anyway, I never read it. I never went to go read it. I know the story or whatever else it is. But I was irritated with Spirit. I'm like, why the fuck are you sending me this message? Like, tell me what to do. Okay, just tell me what to do. I don't fucking know. Okay, fuck this message. Then I went to go deliver the message, right? And then, what happened? And then, sorry, I'm annoyed at this point. But either way, so then I went to go deliver the message or whatnot, and then it dawned on me, right? Because earlier that day I had a phone call. And then later that night I received that message, and then I gave you guys the message, and while I was sitting at the table, it dawned on me, Daniel, right? I had a Daniel call me from the complex that I was trying to move to, right? And I was like, so are you telling me Daniel's gonna help me? Is that why you gave me that message? Because you knew damn well I wasn't gonna go read that. You just wanted me to know the name, right? Okay, cool. Still don't understand, but I kind of get it a little bit, right? Kind of get it a little bit, but not really. But okay, cool. So then this go round, same thing, right? Except now I knew the name to the person that was gonna help me, and literally is the same person that ended up helping me. But Spirit prepared somebody for me when I moved there. Spirit prepared somebody for me here, right? So Spirit is saying wherever it is that you're going, the right person is there that's going to help you. But if you don't get where you need to be, if you don't discover what it is that you want, and you know what you want, you don't got to think about it. That's the thing. People like to, do I really want this? If you got to think about it, you don't want it, okay? You desire it, you don't want it. You don't want it. Not at all. For a second, let it go. You don't want it. If you got to go past, if you could let it go after that moment, you don't want it. But wherever you are going, or whatever it is that you actually do want, Spirit is saying it's already prepared for you. There's a person already there that's going to help you get it. There's a person already lined up for you that's going to help you get that car, that's going to help you get that house, that's going to help you get that job, that's going to help you get your life back on track, whatever it is. There is a person already there. I remember a long time ago when I applied for food stamps and stuff, I did that fucking shit wrong and stuff. And I kept getting denied because people kept trying to put child support on like I was getting child support. I said, it's what I'm supposed to get. I'm not getting it. But they were like, it's still income. How the fuck is it income if I'm not getting it? Then there was this one lady. She called me. And she helped me get it. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to help you get it. It was a person there that helped me get it, right? Spirit is saying, stop asking that what it is that you need. When whatever it is that you need, when you actually need it, it will be there. When you actually need it. I just imagine the money that I've been waiting on to show up from Spirit, if it would have showed up the things that I would have done, the way that I would have spent it, right? I would have got that U-Haul, I would have bought those beds. Okay, now we're on 10%. I would have got that U-Haul, I would have got those beds, I would have bought the beds, I would have bought the TV, I would have bought all the extra shit that I didn't even fucking need anymore. Right? I'm already a hoarder. I would have just brought all the junk. It would have never been a fresh space because I would have had everything with me. Every fucking thing. Even down to the papers that I should have been thrown in the fucking trash. Okay? Even down to all them damn paper towel rolls that I was hot. Keep it. Okay? Mind your business. I would just keep. You could use them for something eventually. But either way, I would have kept every fucking thing. It would have been disaster. It would have been disaster. When you need it, Spirit is saying it will be there. If you don't have it, you don't need it. Stop thinking about it. Let it go. When it's time to show up, it will show up. But it's only going to show up when you need it. So if you haven't received it, what is it that you're supposed to be doing? Move your ass into the direction where you are going to prosper. Move your ass in that direction. Go. Get your ass the fuck up. Okay? Because I don't know why the fuck you hanging out at this motherfucking table, because these motherfuckers ain't doing shit with their motherfucking lives. Nothing. But you see them school buses behind, that's them children learning, experiencing. Even if they're not learning the right shit, it don't fucking matter. Okay? They're learning. They're growing. They're growing into adults. Right? They're doing something with their lives, even if they're forced to do it. While these motherfuckers sit at this fucking table and drink their fucking lives away. Complaining. Acting like they happy. But unhappy. Don't want to be an adult because it's fucking hard. Life is hard. Bills is hard. Bills is too much. Rent is increasing, right? Taxes is increasing. Everything's fucking increasing. Everything is against me and everything else. That's the motherfuckers sitting at the table and complaining. Spirit saying you can either get your ass on the bus or sit your ass at that motherfucking table. And if you sit your ass at that table, you know exactly what it is that you're going to get. Okay? You know exactly what it is that you're going to get. You either going to be tied up into some mess that you keep creating. That reality, that's where you're going to stay at. Or you're going to free your motherfucking self and you're going to tie that bullshit up because it's not for you. And you're going to go exactly where you need to be, because Spirit is saying when you decide, Taurus, to go where you want to go to, where you want to be at, where you actually want to be at, what you need will actually be there for you. It will be there waiting for you. And when you fucking need it, you'll be able to dip your ass or dig your ass down there or dip your ass down there, one of them motherfucking wires, I don't fucking know, and get what it is that you need, because it will be available to you. Okay, you don't got to search hard for it. It will reveal itself to you. It will end up in your bank account easily. So when she decided that she wanted to make $1 million liquid, she knew she wanted it. It was nobody else's dream. She knew she wanted it. That man had dreams of her being his wife and kids. He got that dream because that was his dream. Her dream was the $1 million. She got it. But one thing I left out, she said he helped her get it. So who she needed was already there. Who he needed was already there. When she decided that's what she wanted, she manifested him. He decided that's what he wanted, he manifested her. When you decide that this is actually what it is that you want, and this week, this is a weekly reading. So yeah, it may sound like it's for the future, but you can take the information for the future. But this is this week. So even if you've already made certain decisions already, there could be more. But when you decide that whatever it is that you want is actually what you want, it will come into place. It will all fall into place. But Spirit is saying you got to follow guidance, right? Sometimes guidance is trusting. You got to be the fool. You got to take the leap of faith. You got to just do it. If I want this house, what direction do I need to go in to get this house? I probably need to go in the bank. I haven't gone in the bank. I just kept saying I wanted a house. I wanted a house. I never went in the bank, right? Maybe you've been in the bank already. Go back. You don't know what's changed, right? Maybe your mental changed where now your reality shifted. And now there's somebody else there. Maybe the bank told you no the first time, but now there's somebody else there for you, right? When I went to go visit the apartments, there was somebody else there the first time. I haven't seen that lady since I've been back. She didn't call me. She didn't check on me. There was somebody else there. Somebody else. And this is the person who actually helped me get it. So, you may have done this already, but you weren't in the right mind frame. You was holding on to shit that wasn't for you. And now, Spirit is basically saying to you, go do it again. Stop counting yourself out. Stop telling yourself that you can't fucking get it. You can't fucking have it because you was already told no. We saw them 4 cups at the start. You was already told no. Go try it again. Okay? Some of you guys haven't even budged to even go in the direction that you want to go in. Go. You say you want to go back to school, but you haven't even gone to the college to even ask questions, to even see what it is that you may need, to see what they are capable of giving you or doing for you. Go. Anyway, y'all, that's pretty much our reading because I got to go back to this house. Bye, y'all.